What up, guys? This is another episode for y'all is coming up.
Yeah,
So
it's back.
Rules still apply even if no one's there to enforce it.
Huh?
So the rules will still apply if no one's there to enforce it.
Yeah. Why was the tree so loud? It has lots of bark. Now here's another one.
Yeah, and I'll try to avoid you over as much as I can.
How does
Avoid you over as much as I can.
Donatello, the Ninja Turtle, found it girl? He finally came out of his shell.
Yeah.
And how does the seven dwarfs feel about this? They understood completely.
What was it the first thing Thomas did with his dog when he brought home? He trained it.
Why did the king believe in the next story? He swore it was true.
What did the skunk say to the only pink cat that I had ever seen? Hello, kitty.
How can you tell if a cartoon is happy? It's very animated.
Where do chicken jokes come from? The funny farm.
What one word can change everything? Abracadabra.
What do you call a clown who wears his nose on his ear? A bozo.
Why are pickles so slow? They tend to dilly dally.
Like me at times.
Yeah, which I yelled at her about.
Yeah, because I just want to beautify myself.
Dude, the Herbies believe the story? They gobbled it up. Yeah.
So, how did the kids like the swimming pool? It made a big splash.
Where do pigs get clean? The hogwash.
Why was Baltimore wet? It was in the rain gutters.
How do bees communicate? They use buzzwords.
Where did Lucy go on her trip? To La La Land.
How do canyons eat? They gorge themselves.
Why was the door so nervous? It was unhinged.
How do the pigs get out of the mud? It was a snort problem.
What did hair gets noisy? It has bangs. Like me, I do have bangs, see?
Why did the water have to calm down? It spouted off.
How many friends did the bell bring to the party? The whole clan.
Why was the what do baby books do? Babble.
Why was the toilet red? It was flushed.
How does a runner milk dry? She laps it up.
What did the tongue draw at the end of yourself when it sticks out?
When do trains hang on to when they go downstairs, the rails?
How do you know when a bell has something to say? It chimes in.
What did the prostitutes have to take a break? They were drumming up some trouble.
What happens when the mad scientist plane? It fills it out.
When do children say when they're stumped?
That's funny. What cartoon character spends their time on Twitter? Sweetie Bird.
Yeah. Why was the nail in bed? It was pounding a headache.
What did the bot do with the chili scent? It spelled the beans.
How did chicken get to impersonate a dog? Just clucky.
How did the chicken do at the impersonating the duck? Just clucky.
How did the road feel about 20 chickens crossing it? Sort of double cross.
Why wouldn't the cube go to the show? It was a blockbuster.
Why did the doorknob say to the door, it's my turn?
Why did the potato chip stop the car? There was a dip in the road.
What do plastic bags wear on formal occasions? Zip ties.
What room did the racketist stay in? 10S.
What sport was the bank good at? Volta.
What did the butter say to Mr. Potato Head? You make me melt.
Yeah. What would the tree do if it had a window? Add a little shade.
What do you call a silly pickle? A Daffy Joe.
Why couldn't boxing gloves get along? They were a good match.
Why did the pickles climb onto the truck? The door was ajar.
Why are pianos good with locks? They have lots of keys.
Where do toilet papers roll sleep? Under the sheets.
What did Anna do when she forgot her part in the show? She froze.
What did the juicer do to lemons? Give them something.
Where does Princess Soda go when she gets to her hospital?
Why do flowers work out? They don't want to be pansies.
Why was the fruit tree so sad? He pinned for the other tree at the moment he stuttered.
What did the pumpkin think about the other crop? That was a little corny.
Why was the necklace so bored? It was so tired of hanging around.
What was the best way to listen to flowers with the boombox?
What did Casper get when he banged his head a boo-boo?
What happened when the laundry started wrestling? The clothes were pinned.
What did the superhero eat at his Super Bowl?
What did the lamppost on his page something lightning?
Where does a snowman go to the dance? Snowball.
Why did this rocket working? It was forced.
Where were two gardens was expected a little squirt?
No. Why did the candle go to his room? It had a meltdown.
Why was the coffee so upset someone loved it?
Why was the dance ball soft? Someone took it to court.
What happens when the quilt took the needle drill? He held her in stitches.
What did the girl find? It's just a separate every last bit.
Why did the officer stop the yarn? It was weaving in and out of traffic.
What did the transformer tell the waitress it was leaving? Keep the change.
How do you know when your dishes are in trouble or in hot water?
Why is the woman's not fucking doing Olympics? Come for gold.
How come Tin Man never needed that? He was always squeaky clean.
What do you call Italian onion? I'm in you.
How does SpongeBob like being in the pool? He's so
Hold
good
it
at
up.
How do Ooze save the bowl? He gave a good tip.
How do trees sleep like logs?
What do you get when you cross a beetle and a rabbit? Bugs Bunny.
How did Jacques make Nemo go through the ring of fire? Because he was selfish.
What did the ogre do about all of his home? Checked it off.
What do you call the polar cross between a black sheep and with the baby cat? A bad kitty.
Why couldn't the alligator talk? He had a frog in his throat.
Why did the alligator didn't talk? Because it had a frog in its mouth.
How do you know? How does your hunger solve wrong? It sorts them out.
Why was this? I was in trouble. It didn't know. Get it? Yes, no, get it?
Yeah. Why does a ballerina do when she has a problem? Tiptoed around it.
How come the dish put his arm in his shirt? Had something for sleep.
Why did the fish go to the doctor? It was feeling ill. Yeah.
Why would you have something fishing on it?
How does the microscope solve this problem? It did. It made it bigger.
Why did the wheel have trouble rolling? It just couldn't get the point.
What did the needle say when he got in trouble? Darn it.
Why did the water realize there was in trouble when it got grounded?
Why did the rug get in trouble? For just laying around.
What do challenge comes to when you're upset? And make a big stink about it.
How did the pen and paper get in trouble? They didn't know right from wrong.
Why was so much of a pain? Because April got all the shadows.
What's a baby bird's favorite game? Peekaboo.
I read a real word in Hollywood about Gojo. It was sort of sick.
What did the mice say when the cheese was all gone? Rats.
How do you know when the scare is upset and lashes out at you?
What's the basketball player favorite donuts? Dunkin'.
What did the teeth wrong? Did their mom picked up the blue for her?
Yeah. What was the laundry complaining about flopping around? They left it hung out dry.
Did the breaker box do when someone switched its switches if you refused?
Why was the cushion moving so carefully? It was on pins and needles.
Why was the box in so much trouble? It was like walking on eggshells.
How did the barbed wire feel about his job? It was on the fence about it.
Why was the rabbit wearing a hat? That doesn't have a banner in it.
What do pigs like to write with? Pig pens.
What's the camera? Sounds so hot. That was the last one.
Well, how do magicians make all the problems go away? What about a hocus pocus?
Why was this stomach really easy? It had got filled with something wrong.
How do you know when you have a problem with your stairs? When it escalates?
How did Rocky Mountains have that altitude?
Yeah. What did the pubs do to stop people? Pull the plug.
What happens when you leave an apple in the sun for too long? You get an apple place.
Well, how did you feel about being in trouble? It didn't give a darn.
What happens when a bird flaps wings a lot? It soars.
What did the basketball think it was in trouble if someone put it in the cage?
Why did the beach guy get in trouble at the pool? I'm throwing in a towel.
Why are guitars always up? Because they fret about things.
I'm sorry. Why did Forrest wear a problem a real snack?
How do Pushman sell the boat to there was a problem? Very tactfully.
I think the people in the world that wasn't real. It's crazy.
How do muffins become brownies? They were mixed up.
What the thing was doing like getting something. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. What did the cat say when it got hurt? Meouch.
How did this shoe get into trouble? It stepped right into a mess.
What happens when the one clown hit the other? He knocked him silly.
What kind of fish is also prepared for a fight? A swordfish.
Why did the phones have such a problem when they had a baby? They didn't know what to call it.
What did the trash can to find next? Take it outside.
What did the stomach think about its newest problem? Try to digest it.
How did the carrot know at the onion was hurt? It was crying.
Well, why can you never tell Lettuce that she's pretty? Because it always gets close to her head.
Why did the really black hole put on his pancakes? Come Sarah.
Why was the blender top on your cube? It going to break the eggs.
What do oranges and cherries have in common? They both have pits.
What time do cookies hate the most? Crunch time.
What do really like pizza cake with the desert?
Why was the hen hired to lay more eggs? Because she was cool.
Why was the still walk by yourself? It needed to be alone.
How can you tell when a... How can you tell when all food telegraphed they were mad because they were looking pretty sour?
How did the butter always is? Because it was creamed.
Why did the lettuce take the bus but then had to leave?